Usually, I'm in the studio doing this podcast and talking to all of you guys. But today, we are in the city of Verona. And of course, we are outside. Why am I wearing all this one? Because it's hot, it's freaky, it's pretty cold this morning.
Hello, and welcome to Obehi podcast. I'm your host, Obehi Orukpe. And I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now, let's get started into this episode.
And of course, we are outside, and I have the honor of talking with a person who usually we will talk on the phone because he's in Abuja, Nigeria. But today he's here in Verona with me, so I'm really very happy to talk to you, Abraham.
Nice, thank you. Nice meeting you.
All right. So,
I appreciate.
Like we always say in this podcast, everyone has a story to share. And we believe that your story is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we start with a little presentation of you? Tell our viewer, who are you?
Okay, I'm Abraham Ofure by name. I'm an accountant by profession, an entrepreneur by calling. So people came to, how do you do this? I said, I'm an accountant by profession, an entrepreneur by calling, in the sense that I work with business owners to enable them gain clarity in their business, understand their market niche, and increase their sales. That is what I do as a consultant. There was an accountant. I work with a multinational organization back home in Nigeria as a country accountant there. Then I'm a poultry farmer also. I have a poultry farm. I'm way back at home with about 8,000 laying beds right now. Then I have a clinic company whereby we offer janitorial services for organizations and everything. So that is just a summary of me. And we have an NGO where we do as a charity work to the less privileged. Let me just less privileged, or those people that need assistance from our.
Of course, if you are very rich now, then they don't need you, no. So okay, less privileged kind of doesn't make sense, no?
Okay, yeah, I'm always conscious of the word to ensure that you don't make people feel, you're looking down on me.
Okay.
So that is why.
All right. That is not the sense we are saying.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sure.
That, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. We got a point. Okay. Now, tell me, when you were growing up. Let's go back to you growing up now as a little young Orukpe.
Yeah.
What were your passion? Like, I mean, what were the things that were lighting you up, that were giving you a kind of inspiration?
My environment, because the Nigeria setting is a setting that makes you think of survival. Why? Because there's no the basic things of living. You fight to get it. Like shelter, food, how put it now? The basic necessity. Like in Europe, you have some basic things that are there. Mm-hmm. But over back then, you have to create what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Nobody gives it to you. So that was one of the things that really fired me up, that no, I need to live a better life than where I'm coming. So I should be able to change the narrative and say, okay, well, this is it. So that is one of the things that really, really, as a growing child, I had in mind to do.
All right. Okay. Now you are an entrepreneur. Of course, now we understand what motivated you to being in this field where you create solutions. Because many entrepreneurs that I've interviewed in this podcast, I would always tempt them to define even the term itself, entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And what we come to understand is that these are a group of people who are actually preferring solution to a problem. Yeah. In that you know that in your society there is a problem, and you are trying to prefer a solution to it. Yeah. And of course, you are not doing it for nothing. You are doing it so that you can get a return in it. Yeah. Look at Elon Musk, for example. Look at Steve Jobs, or think of Bill Gates. Yeah. This guy, they are becoming rich not just by saying, give me money. Mm-hmm. They prefer solution to the problem in the society, and in the process they get pain. Yeah. So when you decide that you were going to be in this field, how did you go about your training? Because when you were born and you were growing up, you knew that you wanted to do something. Mm-hmm. By this time, you don't have the qualification yet. Yeah. So take us through the trajectory of your qualifying yourself.
As an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is it first, I believe entrepreneurship is about seeing a need and providing a solution. But fortunately, people have missed that word entrepreneurs Anybody that banks says I'm an entrepreneur. No, you're not an entrepreneur, you're a salesman. You get now. So let's say you buy this phone and sell. You're a salesman, you're not an entrepreneur. Just only, but entrepreneurs create value in the sense that this chair is bad. I think of how to bring something better than entrepreneurship. But selling this chair to the next person, I'm a salesman. So one way I have been able to build myself over time as an entrepreneur is first, I started fully 2014 with a clinic company precisely. I do more of my clinic jobs. So with time, I begin to think, okay, what do I do to create value, to provide needs to people that in turn will give satisfaction, reward them for their what they look, heal their pain points, and give me what? Two things: fulfillment and money. We're in business for money.
Okay. We should not be ashamed to say that.
No, like years ago, in my consulting, I used to be shy. I don't know how to price my value. I feel, if I should tell you, pay me $200 or $500, I'm being inconsiderate of your condition. But later, as I begin to attend trainings, I pay for trainings. Like I did a training with the John C. Maxwell team in the US. I paid them about $2,000 for that training.
For how long did that training go?
I'm still a member. It qualified as a member for the program.
Wow, okay.
So back home in Nigeria, I did another CMD training. I paid about $1,500 for that. And I did that training again. I paid about $3,000. So all this money I'm paying, who's going to pay me back? It's the client. So the point here is that as I begin to grow in this entrepreneurship, that give me the minds to build a lot of things. As I acquire more certification to qualify me as an entrepreneur, through my experience, through my value I provide in form of product and services, and through the qualification I get to broaden my mind to understand these things more. And I believe at the end of the day, it's all what just formed that entrepreneurship that I'm in today. But entrepreneurship is a two-way, the theoretical part and the practical part. But the practical part is more important than the theory because people need solution, people don't need grammar.
Thank you very much for that. That is very important. And speaking of grammar, there are a lot of people that speak it, no?
Yeah.
But like you correctly said, it is the solution that people are interested in. Because, when you enter this trajectory of preferring solutions to the problems that are there in the society, sometimes it can be that some people can find it difficult to understand. But at the end of the day, what you are doing is that you are preferring a solution to the people. And of course, you deserve to be paid for that.
Sure.
Within the Nigeria, because most of the training that you made mention of now are outside the Nigeria. Now you went for John Maxwell training and all that. Are there some programs also in Nigeria that you can also take? Let me know about that.
When you say some program, what kind of program? What do you mean by?
For example, a kind of a training program that you can now you decide that you want to do something. But you don't yet know how to do it. You get it, no? That is why you went for the John Maxwell training program, so that you can learn, no? Because you are in the learning process by signing up. So instead of signing up for John Maxwell program, training program, are there some programs that you could easily have signed up for in Nigeria? Yeah,
sure. There are a lot. Like I said before, like we have what is called CMD. Because, as a consultant, this part of it is more of the consulting part for me. That has to do with how I put it this time around, knowledge sharing. So I did CMD in Nigeria, with Center for Management Development, enable you to provide training services for organizations, their staffs, their product chain value, and everything. So I did that in Nigeria also. And also IMC, Institute of Chartered Management Consultants, is also in Nigeria. Training I did, but these are globally recognized affiliation organizations in Nigeria. So that is one part. But when it comes to value creation, learning on the job, like my poultry farm now, for example, I have to pay someone to teach me how to feed my birds. Because when it comes to business, there's a place for theory and there's a place for practical. You get it now? So I paid for these trainings, like my poultry farm, how to feed my birds, the disease control in the poultry farm. I paid for these trainings. So in as much I'm doing more of international training certification to enhance my knowledge, I still do more of local, because no matter what you get out there, you must be able to localize it to get value.
Thank you for that. That is very important.
Yeah.
Because this one, in a part, also explain the justification why people should pay you for the service that you are rendering to them. Because you too, you are paying.
Yes,
I remember that should be a couple of years ago now. There was a training program that I paid for. It was 3,000 euro, and it was about 6 months here that I did in Verona here. No? Because if I have done that, now I have an online training program. I ask people to come and pay.
Yes.
I shouldn't be ashamed to do that, because for me, I didn't get it free.
Yes.
Why should I give everything to you free? You know. So if you know the value that you are asking for, you should be ready to pay the price, because everything in life have a cost, have a price.
Nothing is free.
Nothing is free.
Nothing is free. But like I said before, now I find it hard to charge people. Like, but the moment I have an office space, I have staff that work with me. I'll pay them salary. I'll pay for the office space. I will then pay for light. I'll pay for printer, for stationaries. We'll buy stationaries. Who's going to pay all those things? So the point is that when it comes to charging fees in your systems, you must first create value. But one thing I want to say in this podcast was saying that before creating a solution, look for the need. Don't go create solution and be looking for the need. You'll be frustrated. That's where most people miss entrepreneurship. Like this teacup now. You don't create this teacup and start looking for who is to buy it.
But anyway, you can do this teacup, and this is yours before you get.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. So this teacup, you don't create this cup and start looking for who to buy. You rather look for people that are interested in buying it before creating the cup. But people at times, because they have cash, they just want to start any business. Then in starting that, they now realize that you are chasing people to come and buy, because you never even know if they needed that thing at first.
All right, this one is very important. Just before we started the podcast, when I was coming with Andy, we were reflecting actually about this particular topic. Anyway, you can drink your...
Yes, very important.
We're here live. So, so we were actually reflecting about business strategy and things like that. And now you made mention of something important, which is about market research. So can you tell us, how do you really embark on this market research to even know what is missing there in the market that you should create content for? Okay. How do you go about this part? Okay,
that is what the first thing is that you first need to look for how put it now, your unique selling points. What is that thing you are good at? Is the first point of everything. Once you know, okay, well, I'm good at making tea. That is your unique selling point. It's known as USP in business. So now you know, okay, I'm good in making tea. What do you do next? Look for people that want to take tea in the morning. Don't look for who want to take tea. It's two different things.
That is very important.
Look for people that want to take tea in the morning. Not like, oh, hey, I make tea, come and take tea. No, maybe I want to take tea before going to bed. So you look for people, looking for people that want to take tea in the morning, known as customer segmentations. Who are you selling the tea for? Is it grown up from 20 to 30? Is it for toddlers from 0 to 3 years? Is it from adult from 60 to 40? Once you group your market segmentation, then you will now do what is called a prototype. A prototype means, do you care? Like you see Apple want to release a new phone, they'll bring a prototype, put it in the market, they'll show you the specification. Now they're trying to know how will the market react when it comes out finally. That's why you had them say launching date. So we're going to launch this product February 31st. They start doing advertisements just to create awareness. So with that now, you now realize that one, you are on track doing the right thing. Then before you now start investing your money into that business, you need to feel what? Understand unique selling points. Create a prototype of what you want to do. Identify the market you want to sell it to. Therefore you go bust the bank to produce. But people come from the back to the front. They bust the bank, create the product, start looking for the market, start praying, start fasting, start running around. People should come and buy when you never know what I needed in the first instant.
Now, I'm sort of curious about something. I remember one time I was talking to an educationist in South Africa, and the argument was about education. What is education based on? Because if what we are talking about today is about finding the need of the society and providing, finding what is missing in the society and providing a solution to that.
Yes.
It will mean that maybe this can pass through the educational system, or on my own, I should realize that something is missing. I don't know if you want to say anything about that. Okay, now let me put it in a way that it can be very simple to understand. In Italy today, we're in Verona, we're in Italy. If Italy were to go to war tomorrow with France, the educational system in Italy will change, because we need to educate people on how to go to war to defend this country. No?
Yes.
It will not be about peace and love anymore. It means that the person that is running the society need to configure the subject of the society for the objective where they are going on. So how do we come to this point of identify the need in the society? Is this something that passed through our educational system, or is something that we decide alone, looking at the example that I just gave?
Okay. When it comes to identifying need, it's about first look around you. Just like, how do you know you need toothpaste in your house? How do you know that you need to refill the gas in your house? Or how do you know that you need to eat food? Hunger comes in. You feel the urge to get that thing. Sorry, let me take it.
Go ahead.
You feel the urge. You need those things. So the first point of need is that you need to look at what exactly is missing around you. It can be from friends chatting. It can be from doing a market survey. In the sense that you first look at, well, I want to produce this cup. I keep using this cup. The first thing you need to do, is this kind of cup in existence already? If yes, do you want to improve what is in existence? Because mind you, in business, there's no new thing. It's only an improvement we do. So now, when you want to improve this kind of cup, you now ask people, if now, will you want a cup that have two hands? This is one that have one. But how will you feel you have a cup that you can hold two like this? What do you think? Hey, it's going to be a good idea. You ask 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. That now gives, now you've not done, it's not a new thing you are doing, but they just improved on what is in existence already. You get the point now? So with that now, it is not what the school is going to teach you. This is not what you go to Harvard, PhD for. Those areas will only just make you understand how to go about it. But doing it is practical. You have to go out there. That's why I keep saying your target audience. Everybody cannot buy from you. Everybody cannot buy from you. But you need to first clearly understand, who am I selling to?
That is really very important.
Yeah.
Of course, for the audience, if you find any value in what we are discussing here today, go down. It's cheap, very simple. Just click like and comment. Let us know what you think about it, because we are here for you. All right. Now, I asked that question because I'm trying to understand the point. Actually, I'm helping the audience to understand that anybody can participate in the economy that we have today, which is a service-based economy. Meaning, if I can produce something valuable in the market, then I deserve to ask for price. It's just a question of adding value, like you said. No?
Yes.
You take the cup, you take a pen, because nothing is actually new here, like you correctly said.
Nothing,
no?
yeah.
We've been using it for hundreds of years. Actually, thousands of years, we continue to understand even the concept. No?
Yeah.
But from year to year, day after day, we begin to improve. We change the color, twisting. That is the adding of value.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the typical Abuja situation where you are, or in Nigeria, or in Africa as it were, what do you think people should concentrate on in terms of adding value to the market that we have? Because it's not that we have everything there. There are a lot of things that actually lack in terms of the services. Talking of light, telecommunication, all of it, we have needs that need to be met. What do you think people should be concentrating on right now, 2022?
I wouldn't want to say start selling gala, or start building house, or start selling aeroplane, or start selling clothes. It just first look your environment and focus on that need. Because I, for one, I have a poultry farm, because I feel there's a need in that area. So if I'm to say, okay, fine, one thing you should focus on this area, look for is anything you are doing falls under 2 categories: product or service. Anything you are doing is known as value proposition What is that thing you are offering to your group, to your people, to your audience? Which now fall under two things, product or service. So I won't want to say, okay, go and do this particular thing, but rather ask yourself, which thing will work for me? Is it selling product or service? If you clearly define which one you are to offer, product or service, okay, which kind of product should I offer? What kind of service do I offer? You go down again. How do I price these two things? After getting your price, now you're not looking, how do I even, it's a new year. What is the price range of last year? If you are coming in new into the business, you have different kind of, they have penetration pricing. Meaning you want to reduce, let's say this phone is going for, let's say, $100. You can bring to $99. That is penetration pricing. You can come up and say, no, it's $100. That is competitive pricing. You choose which one you want to use. And after that, you now define, okay, what will make me different from everybody in the market? So this is what I believe they should do this year. But saying, okay, this is the major thing you should go focus on this year. My suggestion might not be the next person's need.
That is it.
So that's why I just give a generic way to, this is what you should do. Whatever enough. You want to do.
It's fair enough. I get that. Yeah. All right. Now, you are a coach, no? That you coach people in the entrepreneurial field, no? You tell people what to do. Mm-hmm. Which means that there is this need, that these people that realize that they need something, that is why they come to you.
Yeah.
Now, can you share with us, what are they preoccupied about? I mean, these fellow Nigerians, Africa, or other people in the world that you are coaching, what are they worried about that they need your help for?
Structures.
Okay, help us understand that.
Very, very. Because structure is one thing that I've seen people really need. Because structure brings about systems. System is about process. And process is about getting things done how it should be done. Now, like for example, I'm 1,000 miles away from home for months. My systems are still working well as if I'm there. Mm-hmm. Because there's a structure on ground. If you have structure, if you have a good structure on ground, 3 things happen. You generate income. Your business move on autopilot. Then 2, you gain clarity of what you are doing. Nothing come from behind and hold you. Then 3, you have a system that can sustain shock as time goes on. So those are the 3 things people are always asking for. How do I structure my business? How do I increase my sales? Like let's say for increasing of sales now, under that place, that's what people always ask. Is one. There's what is called sales funnel. Mm-hmm. A sales funnel is simply a customer journey. It is the first one is awareness. After creating awareness of what you want to do, the next one will be, okay, negotiating with the customer. So negotiating, giving them an offer. This is what I want to offer you. Next one will be, okay, when the customer now pays you. Mm-hmm. After the customer pays you, next one will be fine. They don't just pay and let them go. You make them a loyal customer. They'll keep coming back from you. So that is a structure already. Under sales. Mm-hmm. Coming to your staffs, how should they do? What should they do every morning when they resume? Because most business owners always fail in this area. They tend to hire the staff before creating the job the work they want them to do. But rather, no, before you hire anybody, you define what you want them to do, how you want them to do it, when should they do it, and if they don't do it, what will happen, and if they do it, what should not happen. Explain clearly to them. So these are the things people are always looking for: structure in their business, how to increase sales, how to stabilize their business, but everything still falls around structures. So that is one major area I know that people always ask me for. How do I structure? If you structure your business, everything, just like in your house, if you keep your let's say your clothes or your unders well, you keep your spoon, your knife, your shoe, everything is well arranged. You realize that it's easy for you to pick things in your house. But let's say you come from work, your cap is on the floor, your socks on the bed, your shirt at the doormat, your pot on the table. You will not even know where you want to pick the right thing from. So, but like in business, also in business, if you're able to structure everything orderly, it will be easy for you to become productive and profitable.
All right. Now, say a client come to you in this situation that you just described, this later one, where there is obviously disorganization in the process. Where do you start?
When a client meets me, I do what is called need analysis. I don't just tell you, oh, you know what, I'm a professional. Anything I believe I know, you must take it. No. My need analysis is what? It makes me understand what you are thinking, what you are going through. It's very important. But unfortunately, most business consultants out there, they don't listen to what you are saying as the client. They just believe, you know what, I have PhD in Harvard, I have MSc in business management, I have 10,000 years of experience. So as you are talking, okay, I know you are going through. They say, okay, fine, you know what, go around digital marketing. Fire this, fire that, rent a big shop, bring more sales. No, maybe that person does not need that thing. You just need to pay attention to the process. You get the point now? So what I do first, I first do what I call need analysis to understand what exactly you are going through. After that, before that, I ask to go and bring 10 questions you need answers to. So from that 10 questions you need answers to, will now give me an insight of your pain. That will now form our need analysis session. If I will now be able to profile a solution to say, okay, this is what I believe you should do. This is what I will offer you. This is the duration of what I will offer you. And this is what you should do. And this is what you will get as results doing this thing I'm going to tell you to do.
All right. Now, Mr. Orukpe,
give
me a typical example. I'm not asking you to give me the name or the specification of the individual, but give me a typical example of a client you have worked with and the result the person have got because you have worked with the person, he or she.
Much. Okay, let me pick which guy. Okay, let me just pick one of my most recent client from the US. He's in Nigeria. He's based in Washington, D.C. So he saw my video on YouTube, in my YouTube channel, Abraham Ofure Orukpe, and he reached out to me that he wanted to build a poultry farm of about 10,000 bed capacity. He knows nothing about it. So I asked him to go get his 10 questions he need answers to. And the questions were like jam questions. The guy brought the questions, it was something else. So we went through the questions, sorry about that. We went through the questions, and I was able to guide him. He bought the land. The phone, it's only on my phone here. Sorry. He bought the land. He built everything from scratch to finish. Let me get his name at Mr. Yemi. This is what he said now. This is our chat. Sorry, I can't show you on the, but let me just say, he said, I just started installing the cages. This is the whole farm here. This is our chat. Like, good morning, I just installed everything. Thanks very much. So I was able to guide him from buying the land. We did what we call due diligence. Is that environment made for farming by the government? Is it approved for farming? These are things that ordinarily he would have just go buy land anywhere and just start building. So after doing the due diligence, I'm not okay. The land is, do you have RO of O or C of O? Right of occupancy. These are the questions you need to. These are due diligence we are doing in this time. After doing due diligence, he started building. They are able to walk him through the costs, what he needs to buy, how he needs to implement it. That was done. I was able to refer him to my trusted vendors. I don't do commission things. You pay me my fee as a consultant. I'll tell you, if I tell you this cup is $100, go anywhere. You will not see 102 cents. No. So he was able to get these beds there, install the cage, done everything. That was what we worked with him. It was a period, we did 6 sessions together. Then I gave him 30-day support that he can call, and anything he needs, he just call me, I guide him through. And today his farm will start fully operating by February. That was because I offered him. Then as a guest, he just come to the business world blindly, thinking that has money in their account, buy land, get people to just do everything. He would have spent more.
It's just because of time. Otherwise, I have a lot of questions to ask you, because usually we do spend a lot of time here. Because everything have a double down question or 2, 3.
Please, sir, help me with this glove.
You are feeling cold.
Me and cold, and we are two terrible enemies.
I know that. You should come and be staying with us here in Verona.
No.
All right. Now, what are some of the challenges that you face? Because now you run a business, and you don't want to tell me that this business is just milk and sugar.
No. It's not possible.
So tell me, what are your challenges that you face so that I can sort of relate to other Nigerians that are facing similar problem running business in Nigeria?
Number one thing I faced when starting my business was I lack knowledge. Although I have an idea, having an idea and knowing something is two different things. An idea is, okay, well, I want to sell this glove. That is it. But what kind of glove do you want to sell? It's a different thing. It's a different question entirely. So when I started my business in 2014, I already have an idea of what I want to do, but I lack knowledge of what I want to do. So because of that, it cost me a lot. For more than 2 years, I was just moving in circles, wasting money, But when I start paying people that are already ahead of me, and secondly was financing. That is one general problem. Getting funds to get what you want to do. The bank rate is something else. It's crazy. You see bank trying to give you a loan to start a business. It's like 10 piece. It's a 10 digit rate. From 10. It's not really favorable. That is one. Access to funding. Then two, you don't have a stable market. Okay, let's say for my poultry farm now, I bought feed for my birds January, 5,000, let's say 5,800 as of January 1st. That is about how much in dollar? I can't, let me not go give you the wrong calculation in dollar.
But they can do it just.
You can do okay, 5,800 Naira. As at last week here, the same January, guess that feed is 6,500.
Skyrocket.
Just about 800 Naira on top of what you bought now. So let's now put it down. Let's say my competitors, because they play big, they must have bought those feed in large quantity and put it in their warehouse. You get the math there now. Then why me that is buying small, I go back there. They say, no, it's now 6.5. Then by the time I buy, automatically the sales of my product will go up. And my competitor will go back to his warehouse, take the cheaper raw material he has to produce at the old price. People will rush to his own place and buy. Why me, the starting entrepreneur, I'm struggling? You will get it. So, but if we have a stable market price, that I know that from now till June this year, I'm sure the price remains the same.
Mr. Orukpe, thank you very much for the conversation. It's really very enriching with the value that you are sharing with us. Now, can you want to share anything with us as to why you are here? What are you doing in Europe?
And let's say I came to Europe first for my studies. Okay, I'm currently doing my MSc in business management. As I said before, entrepreneurship is about getting the knowledge and doing the practical. Not just about, I'm not saying you must go do your master's before you can start business, so get me right, please. I'm saying, please, anything you want to do, go for knowledge first. But in my own field, I had to do MSc in business, master's in business management. As a consultant, I need to know more about what exactly it is about business. Then that is why I'm in Europe. And secondly, I'm traveling around to learn, because I so much believe that traveling is three things. To a smart man that has a purpose is learning. To a man that just wants to have fun is luxury. And to a man that wants to just remain small is an expense.
Right, that's interesting.
You get the point.
Share with us this learning, because I think that is the most important thing. That is why we are here actually. We are here to learn from your experience.
Yeah.
What have you
learned?
What have you learned in this because you go to Paris,
a lot. I've learned a lot. Okay, let's say I was in first I was in Lithuania. From Lithuania I moved to Germany. From Germany I was in Paris. From Paris I'm in Verona, Italy right now. Okay, like in Italy, let's say in Paris, I met some Ghanaian guy from Ghana. We were I was looking for an African restaurant. So we got to me, we start talking, and we discuss about the life of blacks in Paris, how it is. So he shared some things with me that I want to share here on the camera, but he gave me an insight. Oh, really? This is how it is here. So why are we all coming here when we can really get this thing at home if only our government has done the right thing? So that now, okay, April me that okay, there are so many Africans in Europe that really want to come back home to do something, but they don't trust their relations. They don't trust anybody to give their hard-earned euro to. So that now made me. I called my team some days ago. Like, we know what we do. We need to start My Planet Consulting Investments. So you want to invest. Maybe you're in Europe. You want to do anything in Nigeria. We can sign an agreement. My company will help you implement that thing you want to do. Every 1 error you send will be documented and recorded. Let's say you are sending 10,000 euro for a poultry investment. You won't send everything to us immediately, but rather you send 1,000 first. We'll reconcile the 1,000 you won't send first before you bring the next batch. Now, if I've known you, I would have known that pain, that vacuum is here. That was what I got, and we're working on that. So I'm in Verona right now. Yesterday, in the hotel I met an American, Scott. He's here. He's at the background of this. I met him. We got talking. I learned something from him already. We got talking. I met one other guy from Croatia there. So why not say traveling is learning? The learning you get from traveling. I'm not saying, you must not go get visa to leave your country, but you can travel among your country, please. So don't start feeling, it's because he has money to travel, that's why he's talking. No, you can travel within your country. But if you have opportunity to travel, go. So this is my trip so far. This is why I'm in Europe, to learn, connect, and grow. And I've learned, I'm connecting with friends, and I can say I'm growing.
What would you like to leave as a kind of a message for the people that are listening to you now, whether in Nigeria or elsewhere? So what kind of message would you like to leave for them?
Okay, my message is I'll look at the camera now. I'll quote Henry Ford. He says something, if you think you can or cannot, either way you are correct. In the sense that if you think you can do something, you are correct. If you think you cannot because you are so scared or people criticizing you, you are so scared of failing, you are correct. So the point here is that anything you want to do, go for it. It's better you are failing, you are progressing, than you are stagnant, you are regretting. That's what I have to say.
That is very powerful, and yeah. I think that is where we are going to end the conversation, because I don't want to add anything to that, because it's really clear and powerful enough.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. We will continue the conversation next time.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Orukpe. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you in the next episode.